This is the part where I force something on you. I'm going to make you set a New Year's goal for 2026.
I saw that.
But there's a kind of a little bit of a catch. It's not going to be just any kind of goal. It's going to be card. It's going to be. This is going to be something that I've been listening to or hearing about in kind of one of my sports slash motivational podcasts. Um, a SMART goal. Do you know what a SMART goal is?
Why don't you explain it for the audience?
Perfect. So SMART is an acronym. It's an acronym for specific, because your goal needs to be specific. It needs to be measurable. So it needs to have criteria to track, to track your progress and to track how far you are into it, how good how big of a success you are in your goal, right? It needs to be
Hmm.
achievable because you can't just say, "Oh, my goal is to lose 100 pounds."
I
That
want to become an astronaut.
or exactly, that's another one. Like that would be a yeah. Yeah, I want to go into the Air Force. I can't do that. I don't have 2020 vision. I'd be boned. Like it has to be achievable. Then it has to be relevant. So that means it must align with your values and your long-term objectives. So if it doesn't connect with your broader plans, it's going to be hard to stay motivated, right? If you don't give two flying rat poops about being a pop star, your any goal you make to go to take I don't know singing lessons ain't gonna work. You're never gonna do it. And then most importantly, the T, it must
Spill the
be
tea.
time bound. So it has to have a clear deadline. No pushing it. It has to be done by X date. So in this case, it needs to be done by December 31st, 2026.
Okay.
We will each have one because I'm going to make myself do one too here in a little bit. But because I got to do this part first, I get to force it upon you first.
Um, the wheels are turning.
They keep on turning.
Oh, what's the? All right, hold on. We're gonna effort here. What's the?
Effort.
Okay, that is the number. All right, we'll put a measure on it because this is. I'm thankfully on track to do this now, thanks to the job change. AI says, and I think most professionals, experts say, uh, an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months. So I think a good measure, because I do not have an emergency fund. Oh, of essential living expenses? How about just pay? Anyways, doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, let's call it 3 months wages in an emergency fund.
All right. By December 31st, 2026. I like it. It's my turn.
Yeah. What's your New Year's goal,
My New
sir?
Year's goal is to get over this sore throat.
Um, it has to be attainable.
Oh, snap. Actually my real actual smart goal is I want to write an outline to an actual book. Like an actual story outline because I've been wanting to write a sci-fi novel for a while. And like it's been kind of on my list of things to do, along with other things like I've got lots of other things that I want to do, but I'm just going to choose one thing this year. Now, to be fair, last year I wanted to do about five things, and I got two of them done. Because out of my five things, I wanted to write a song, I wanted to write a story, I wanted to write a blog, I wanted to do a streamathon, and I wanted to do more YouTube stuff. So I got two of my three. So I got two of my five done. But this year my goal is to actually write a full on like outline of what will happen in a book from beginning, middle to end.
Okay.
The characters, like I want to have the outline with kind of the basic plot line story. I want to have it completely mapped out by the end of this year so that way I can spend 2027 actually writing the damn thing.
Writing it. Yeah.
And to break it down further, because I think time bound is important, at least for me. To be perfectly blunt, I think it's super important for everyone. But
Yeah.
I take particular instance in it because my time bound is split up. I want to have the entire outline done by the end of the year. I want to have all of my characters outlined, so I just have like my character Bible done by the end of March. And then I want to begin working on a plot outline from March to basically my birthday. And then spend from my birthday on basically putting the two together and then finishing kind of the gaps in between everything. If that makes sense. Because I want to have all my characters and I want to kind of have my basic plot outline done. And then that last third of the year basically is more or less just me plotting out interactions, I guess is the best way to put it. Because you still have to have your B plots, I don't want to say it's a C plot, but you have to have your secondary and tertiary side plots to keep things going. You have to have, so that is my SMART goal, is that I will have a full outline for a book by the end of this year.
Okay.
So, and that is also on the internet. So
I better be reading a book by you by the end of 2027.
I hope so. That by the end of by the end of 2027, that would be a good goal.